Death threats to the Premier and a clash between Pauline Hanson and Muslims have marred the final day of a bruising election campaign in WA. The nation's longest-serving sitting Premier Colin Barnett is facing an electoral backlash, with polls suggesting a big swing towards Labor. And despite some internal chaos, One Nation also looks set to profit. Courtney Bembridge has more.
A confrontational end to an at times bruising campaign.
If people want to live by that way, then I suggest move to Muslim country.
A heated shopping centre exchange in the final hours on the hustings as the major parties battled for every last vote.
This state has been well run and it's prospered through difficult times. And yes, people have lost their jobs, there's some unemployment. That's the nature of this cycle. Our economy is now coming back and strong.
Colin Barnett having to defend his record after 8 years in power, but Labor maintains it's the underdog.
We have a mountain to climb still. There's still 10 seats on a 10% margin. It has never, ever been done in Western Australia before. So for us to win, it's like climbing Mount Everest.
A big ask, but with a faltering economy, multi-billion-dollar debt and an unpopular Liberal leader, the polls suggest it's the most likely outcome.
The Liberals have a big fight on their hands. They are defending against a very big swing, and they're in a much more unfavourable electoral climate than they were 4 years ago.
The Liberals are now in danger of losing safe seats, but the party spent the final days of the campaign dealing with another danger. Several MPs, including the Premier, had death threats mailed to their homes, forcing security to be stepped up.
It's been an ugly, a nasty end to this election campaign.
It was another distraction for the party in a campaign littered with them, including the controversial preference deal with One Nation. Senator Hanson suffered a blow on the last day of campaigning, with high-profile candidate Margaret Dodd standing down, labelling One Nation a dictatorship. The party's still hoping to pick up seats in the upper house.
And outside of Perth, the Nationals are in a fight for the death with a re-emergence of One Nation.
In a sign of Labor's confidence, Bill Shorten will be in WA this weekend, but the Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull only visited once, and he left without promising the state a greater share of the GST. That's an issue both sides in WA agree on, leading the Nationals to predict that WA voters will be waiting with baseball bats for Mr Turnbull at the next federal election. Courtney Bembridge, ABC News, Perth.